You don't go ahead and try and go and pick your soulmate. You don't just go on Instagram scrolling, liking pictures, jumping DM, shooting your shot and decide. You don't do that. It's God.
Shout out 808 Mellow. Whoa.
What's good? It's your girl Shanette Carleo. If you with me, have you hit the subscribe button? You done know already. Back with another video. And we drinking. You already know how we do. You gotta have your drink for this video. Let me know what it is you're drinking. I'm just doing a little rosé, just a little mummy vibes, you know, like that. If you're new to my channel, my name's Shanette Carleo. I make straight talking videos and I'd love to have you join the gang. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and let's get into this week's video. So I know every week I'll be coming on here, girls, and I'm telling you about, you know, the guys that you got to watch out for, the guys that you got to stay away from, the pagans. But this week I wanted to change up the tone a little bit because there are good men out there, ladies. Yes, there are. I know I'm always talking about the waste ones, but there are some actual good men out there, and there are some men out there that are actually going to be like your ultimate soulmates. Your ultimate soulmates. But how do you know? How do you know when a man is your actual soulmate? So in a way, this is kind of a deep video because I feel like the word soulmate is not really, we don't really look into what that word means. There are a lot of people out here calling people their soulmates when they're not actually your soulmates. Soulmates are supposed to fulfill your soul. This is a spiritual thing, and I don't know if you believe in God or not, but if you don't, then you shouldn't believe in a soulmate, because ultimately your soul is the thing that when we leave this earth, our soul lives on. That's what's inside of us. That is our personality. That is our spirit. A soulmate is somebody that is supposed to connect with that vibe. So it's a situation that is supposed to come of God. It's a situation that you're supposed to feel. It's supposed to enrich your soul, your body. Now if a guy's a pagan, he can't be your soulmate, sis. And so this is why I thought I'd make today's video, because I feel like I have even myself got the soulmate situation confused. There's people I have called my soulmate that I know for a fact are not that at this time. And you can't just throw out the word soulmate to anybody. A lot of people think their soulmate is somebody that looks good, that has a lot of money, that has a good D game. No, a soulmate is of God. God decides who your soulmate's going to be. It's like having a puzzle with a missing piece, and God decides that this person, before you was even born, was going to be your soulmate to fulfill that missing piece. It's of God. It's not you. It's not for you to decide. Okay, and this is where a lot of us get confused. So what actually is one? How do you actually discover it? Well, today I'm going to tell you the 6 things to look out for to know that you have found your true soulmate. The first thing is, girl, is chemistry and connection. Don't get excited because there's a lot of people that we have chemistry and connections with. You could just have things in common with them, girl. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's your soulmate. That doesn't mean that's the person you're supposed to grow old with, that is going to enrich your soul. It doesn't mean any of that, but it does play a huge part in it. If you meet somebody and you instantly have that thing there that draws you towards them, that back and forth, when you leave them, you still are thinking of them, you still want to see them, you feel drawn to them, that kind of connection, that is one sign that this person could possibly be your soulmate. But you have to be whole as well, because a lot of people think they're soulmates just off of codependency. You could be bored and feel lonely, and they could just want somebody around and feel lonely, and now because you guys think you have a connection, you think that you're soulmates. No, it's just because you both are lonely. But if you're whole by yourself, if you're fine in being single and being an independent person and not needing a partner, and then you have a connection and then you still feel drawn to that person, that is possibly a sign that that is your soulmate, girl. The second sign to knowing that that is your soulmate is that you will not be confused about what it is. This person, instantly you are going to feel like you've known them all your life. This person is going to make it very clear about how they feel about you. They are going to express themselves to you. They are going to communicate well. They are going to want to share things with you. They are going to be very open. They are going to be in contact. Girl, you are not going to be guessing if this person likes you, if it's your soulmate. If it's your soulmate, it was meant to be, it was written, it was made. And you are not going to be confused. If you're having to guess if this guy likes you because you haven't heard from him in a week, the guy is not offering to take you out, the guy doesn't want to see you, the guy doesn't want to call you, girl, this is not the sign of a soulmate. A soulmate will let you know, not just through words but also through actions. You're going to feel it, that it's going to be consistent, it's going to be constant, and you're going to know that this person feels something for you, that they want to be around you, that they like you, girl. You are going to know that you're not, if you're questioning it, that is not your soulmate. they are going to accept you, flaws and all. So I'm saying there are things about you that you might be insecure about. There are things about you that you know you might need to work on. You might have an attitude problem. You might have walls up. You might be insecure about the way you look about your body. Someone that is your soulmate is not going to care about any of that. Even though they can see it, even though they know it, even though they hear it and feel it from you, that ain't going to stop them. They are not going to think these things are going to hold me back from being with you, from pursuing you, from wanting you. As a matter of fact, they're probably going to love all the things that you are insecure about or you think are flaws. To them, they'll be beautiful, and they're going to let you know, they're going to boost you up, they're going to make you feel good. Girl, if somebody makes you feel good about things that you are insecure about, if somebody tells you don't worry, if somebody tells you they genuinely like the things that you think a person wouldn't like you for, that is a high sign that that person is your soulmate. That means they love you even with your imperfections, girl. There's a lot. Listen, men out here nowadays, they want you to cook, to clean, to look good, to go to school, to this, to that, to have the baby, to do all of these things. And if you don't do one thing, they're out the door. So for somebody to come and say, I love you, flaws and all, that is someone that is invested in you, and that is possibly your soulmate, girl. That's a keeper. They are consistent and they don't give up. You know, in the beginning, when you get to talking to a guy, you know, they're very consistent. They might call you every single day, send you a good morning text, and then you get to like the second week and they start falling off, girl. They start falling off. They're not offering to take you out. They're not promising you the things that they said. All the talk that they was giving you in the beginning, it's getting very dry, girl. It's getting very Sahara and it's very much drying up. But girl, your soulmate is going to be consistent. He's going to be persistent, and he's going to deliver all the things that he promised you. This is a huge sign that this is your soulmate. Your soulmate ultimately is going to be a loyal individual that is not going to turn their back on you regardless. So if a man is doing that, especially in the very early stages, he is being so consistent. I'm saying like a month, 2 months, 3 months in, he's still there. He's still giving you the same energy as when he originally met you, girl. This could be the man you're gonna marry, girlfriend. Keep him close, pay attention, because a lot of men in this day and age, it's very easy for them to fall off or for them to lose interest. Girls are so accessible and desperate. They're out here, very much out here selling themselves, girl. So for a man to say very much focused on you, even with your flaws and alls, and stay consistent and not want to turn his back on you and wants to continuously pursue you, girl, this is a huge sign that this is your soulmate, because this means that this guy is not giving up. It's almost like he was meant to be in your life. It's almost like he was God sent. The fifth thing, girl, you will not have to force it. A soulmate is actually sent from God. A spiritual thing, as I said. So that means that you don't go ahead and try and go and pick your soulmate. You don't just go on Instagram scrolling, liking pictures, jumping DM, shooting your shot and decide. You don't do that. It's God. God will bring that person to you, okay? All you need to do is sit back, relax. You are going to meet this person in probably the most unlikely place, or they are going to shoot their shot with you. They are going to come to you. It's going to all fall in line. You are not going to have to force the situation. That's not going to happen with your soulmate. It's going to come together how it should. As I said, like that puzzle with a piece missing, it's just going to slot in so nicely, so easily, so comfortably. You're going to literally feel like, why do I feel like I've just met this person but I've known them all my life? That is your soulmate. That is speaking to your soul. That is enriching you. This person's making you smile. That is a sign that you are dealing with your soulmate. And the sixth most obvious sign that you have got your soulmate amongst you is, girl, he is protecting you, he is respecting you, and you are his priority. Listen, in this day and age, it's really hard to gain respect from men. Like, they don't have a lot for us. They have a lot to say, they're very disrespectful, a lot of them, and they do not prioritize us. A man that is your soulmate is going to respect you. He is going to respect you whether he is in your presence or outside of your presence. He is also going to protect you, girl. He is not going to let any harm come to you. He is going to keep you safe and happy. He is going to want to see you smile, and that leads me on to him making you his priority. A man that wants to see you happy and smile has to put you first. If this is your soulmate, you are going to be first in line for him. He is going to make sure he checks on you. He is going to make sure he keeps you smiling. He is going to do whatever it takes to make sure that he has you in his life, because he knows you're a good woman. He knows you're his soulmate. He can see your caliber. He can feel it too. So girl, those are my 6 signs for spotting your soulmate. Don't go outside of these things. Girl, don't go outside of these things. A soulmate is a spiritual thing. They are supposed to feed your soul. All of these things that I've listed are things that feed the soul, are things that protect the soul, are things of soulmate-like. Do you get what I mean? If a guy is out here, he's not respecting you, he's not consistent, he's not protecting you, he doesn't care about you, girl, that is not your soulmate. As much as you might lust after him, you might like the D, you might want a situation with him, the fact that you have to force it, the fact that you are longing for it, means it's not for you. What is for you will always be for you. And if it's your soulmate, guess what? You can afford to let it go, because if it's meant for you, it will be for you. And if it doesn't come back, girl, it wasn't supposed to be. Be very careful who you are calling your soulmate, because once you decide that is the person that you are supposed to be with, you could miss your actual soulmate that is supposed to be there for you, because you've decided somebody who doesn't give a damn about you is actually that person instead. So girl, I hope you enjoyed that video. I want you all to know that there are men out there that will treat you good. Men are not all trash. There are men out there that will treat you good, that will respect you, and that will make you feel loved, girl. Treat you like a queen, like the queens that you are. And talking of queens, I want to go ahead and shout out this gang member. Thank you so much, my queen, for this comment. I love you guys. You've done that already. This was just a quick one, but I just wanted to come back to you and keep it consistent, you know, like that. I can't wait to bring you more videos, collabs, all of that good stuff. Make sure you share this video, share it with someone that needs to hear it. Also like it for me, leave me a comment below. I'll be back in less than a minute. You done know the done know. I'm out. Mwah.
You did it again. You're a genius.